/r/survey ARB. The survey is voluntary, but we do appreciate you taking it. The survey will also be available to you at the end of the hearing. You also have the right to appeal our decision. Did I get lost for a while there?
Sorry, that was YouTube finally loading.
Okay. Did everybody hear me while you were doing that, or did I go blank?
No,
I heard you.
me too.
Okay. You also have the right to appeal our decision. Appeal information will be provided to you with our determination. In accordance with Tax Code Section 41.45H, all written material that has not been provided must be provided at this time. And understand that you did not bring any written material with you. You're going to just speak. The ARB members who are considering the protest have not communicated with anyone about the protest and are signing an affidavit to that effect. And I will start. I, Robert Dayton, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F. I'm signing to that effect, and I am physically located in the state of Texas.
I, Cindy Duck, do solemnly swear I've not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F, and I'm signing to that effect, and I am physically located in the state of Texas.
I, Kathy Hoffman, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F. I'm signing to that effect, and I am physically located in Texas.
I, Ramona LeBlanc, do solemnly swear that I've not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F. I am signing to that effect, and I am physically located in Texas.
My name is Val Smith. I'm a notary public. I am witnessing Mr. Dayton, Ms. Hoffman, Ms. LeBlanc, and Ms. Duck's signatures via Zoom, and I'm physically located in Texas.
All testimony from all witnesses must be given under oath. So, Ray?
I'm sorry, yeah, I, Ray Presley, do solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony I shall present to the Appraisal Review Board for the Aransas County Appraisal District is true and correct.
Okay, James and Annette, on your table there in front of you, if you'll read your oath there.
I do solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony I shall present to the Appraisal Review Board for the Aransas County Appraisal District is true and correct.
And if you'll state your name.
James C. Monahan, and I'm in Texas.
Nanette Monahan, I do solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony I shall present to the Appraisal Review Board for the Aransas County Appraisal District is true and correct.
Mr. and Mrs. Monahan, do either one of you have a appraiser's license in the state of Texas?
We do not.
Okay. On the table in front of you there's a sheet marked procedure or hearing procedure times, has 2 columns or 4 columns on it. You see that?
I do.
Those are the times we'll be following this morning, and you get to choose. Do you want to go first, or would you like the district to go first?
I think we will go first.
Okay. You have 5 minutes, and then you'll have some other time later on.
The map's up there too, if you want to use that.
So we're looking at the
lot now, correct?
Yes.
Is this hearing only, this portion of the hearing only pertaining to the lot?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so this portion is the lot only, and we've had no improvements on the lot whatsoever. And we have, let me rephrase that so I'm telling the total truth. There is a little stones down there along the water edge where the water was taking away the land.
Mm-hmm.
And we placed those stones there to stop that erosion and stop the land from going away. That's the only change on that entire lot.
Okay.
And there was no tax change 2018, 2019.
No, this is
I'm sorry. The tax change on the lot 2018, 2019 was $12,110. And we're
we're trying to understand why, when there's been absolutely no changes.
Nothing's happened, and why was there a change
That much.
that much for literally laying stones out there? Is all we did. No money involved, but the concrete was left over from Hurricane Harvey, and we picked it up and repaired that. And we haven't had any loss since we did that.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to tell us?
About that piece of property, that's all.
Hey, and I'm sorry, Ray,
Yeah, go ahead.
can you, like, where is this located? I'm so sorry, I don't know.
Copano Ridge, out on the end of Copano Ridge.
Okay, so where's the big water?
Here,
Wait, hold
That's
on.
Copano Bay right there. If you can see Jackie moving the mouse,
Okay,
that's Copano Bay. And the
oh,
road right there next to it is Copano Ridge. And at the end of Copano Ridge, there's 3 dead end roads, Clam, Scallop, and Oyster. And we're talking about a property on the end of a cul-de-sac on Oyster.
okay, so the body of water that's literally behind that property, is that Salt Lake or?
That's Salt Lake.
That's the channel.
Okay.
The channel,
Salt Lake. was
Salt
over
Lake is a little further over.
Right here.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that's,
Okay, cool.
yeah, that's the exit of Salt Lake into Copano Bay.
Awesome.
Or the entrance, however you want to.
Yeah, we're actually sitting on that channel.
Awesome.
Yeah. And it's kind of a, it's a channel. It's a pretty decent channel. It's a decent channel for Salt Lake. Most of Salt Lake kind of struggles. It's the only way in or out if you don't want to hit something. Yeah.
Correct.
So you could go out that channel that's the dark green and go out into the big water. Yeah,
Yeah. Dozens of boats are going out in that thing every day.
okay, thank you.
That's the way that Copano Cove gets to Copano Ridge backside gets to Copano Bay that way, but also all of Copano Cove has to fly either across Salt Lake or out right there on that side of Copano Cove. But most of Copano Cove actually leaves the Salt Lake side.
Awesome, thank you, that helps me a lot.
Yep.
Okay, so now, Ray, you get 2 minutes to cross-examine and then 5 minutes to present.
Okay, I don't have any cross-examine. I don't have any reason to cross-examine. Let's just jump into our evidence package here. This property, like we've said, is located on Oyster. It's a vacant lot. And we're going to look at a sales grid for a second here. There's a couple of cells on the first page there, both in 19. One's on Dead Ends Drive. One's on 80 Copano Ridge Road. One's for 42. The other one's for 42. Those are both dry lots. Those do not have water attribute. And then there is a cell on 56 Copano Ridge Road, sold for $84,000. You'll notice that it's more than twice the size of the subject property. The other 2 lots are either a little bit larger or a little bit smaller than the subject property. I think that 80 Copano Ridge Road is a very odd lot. I'm pretty sure that's the lot that sold, and it sits in front of the condominium complex there on Copano Ridge Road. Someone bought a section of the parking lot. So there'll probably be a legal battle about that in the coming years, but they did buy it. So the median value there on these is $60,492. Interestingly, the lots that were comped are dry. We're talking about a wet lot. The wet lot sales in this area are going to be higher. I didn't make this grid. I'm making the assumption that the appraiser didn't want to comp the wet lots because the values would have been so much higher. You know, they would have been 150, 180, or 210,000. they would have just been higher. So, but anyways, those are dry lots. Equity grid comparing if they're on the first Oyster, and Copano Ridge Road. Give a value of 58,550. Go ahead, Val.
Well, I was just looking at that and the wrong ACAD evidence is in that account. It's for
That's
the
right.
next case. Does that make sense then, if I pull in
Um,
correct evidence?
Well,
Can
hold
we
on.
take a break and let her do that?
16988.
This is the subject 16988,
Okay,
so it's okay.
It looks right.
okay,
Good.
It's the right one.
all right,
Your page just didn't refresh probably or something,
okay.
because I think this is right.
So let me go back to the cover.
It looks right to
I think it's right. It's 16988, 169. Oh, well, I guess what Val is saying is just real quick, Zachy, zoom into that parcel PID, right? You can on that. Go to the Picto. And let's just make sure. Zoom into that parcel. Can you put the PID number on there or no?
It was on there, 16988.
It was.
Yeah,
Okay, for some reason it's not. Okay, that's fine. I think we're talking about the right thing. I think that Val may have had, yeah, go ahead.
This?
Yes, click that. I think that, what does that say? 16988.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're okay. Val's screen probably didn't refresh on her. So
Right.
we'll just count that as like a sideshow and we'll move on here. The thing that I don't normally do this, but I want to show you guys something. We're going to go to the sales ratio report. And I know it's like, you know, looking at just a bunch of numbers, but if you look way over in there in that corner, there's a number that says 97 and a number that says 98. This is a sales ratio report. This is all the sales that happen that we consider market activity for a year. To get to a weighted mean of 97%, which the state requires us to be at 100, but to get to 97, we had to push an extra 10% into all the improvements in Copano Ridge. So what I'm saying is after the sales happened and we pulled the data, the appraisal district was 80% accurate on market activity in Copano Ridge, 13% low. So that's our stress. We can't have that. So then we're passing the stress on to the homeowners by raising all the values, whether or not you did anything to anything. You could have even had something that made your value go down and we would have pushed it back up on you, whether or not you did a dadgum thing. We did it to the whole
So this
area.
this is across the board.
Yeah, I think there's 600 and something properties in Copano Ridge.
Okay.
So we did it to 600 people with one click of the mouse.
Whether or not there was any improvements or not.
It didn't even matter.
Even if it went down, it went up.
At this point for us, it's nothing but data.
Okay.
So we pull all the sales and we see 87% and we see it on the whole of Copano Ridge. Like we can't just single out, say Ridge Harbor. We can't just look at all the sales and go, man, 75% of these happened on Ridge Harbor. Because if we could, because we don't like to move 600 properties.
So 10%.
If we could move 100 and get our number right, then we would.
The less you move, the better off you like it.
Because it's just better
It's
that way for
everybody.
us.
But the 10%, like you said.
10%, yeah.
10% was across the board with or without improvement.
It didn't matter what you did. You
Okay.
you could have just done absolutely nothing. Copano Ridge sold ridiculously well last year. I mean, like numbers that are, I mean, when you think about it, we left 3% on the table just because we don't, when we push 10% in, that's millions of dollars that we're pushing in. We don't like doing that. That's way too much. That's too much of a poking people. You know, we're poking people. So it just sold really well.
So
Ray, I have a question. I'm looking at my sheet here. I don't see any increase in their property from last year to this year.
Because what I'm speaking to is a I'm letting them know that we pushed it into the improvements, because one of their things was just that they hadn't done anything.
Oh, okay, so it's not on the land, it's just on the improvements.
No, but we did raise the land value the previous year.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I know that.
That's my question too, because the increase was 18 to 19, but now when I look 19 to 20, there's no increase.
So
So I should breathe.
if we pull Picto back up, what the appraiser probably should have done, and I'll show you something here.
Just so y'all know, we're going into, and I'm so sorry, Ray. I just want to make everyone
I'm going to
aware.
use this, take this away from my rebuttal or anything else, because I'm
Right,
basically
or
about.
we're going into theirs, and if we need more, we'll do it, okay?
Yeah, so zoom out a little bit, Jackie. And what the appraiser should have done, they just didn't know probably, is zoom in again. I'm sorry, I didn't realize we were right there. Right across the street from you guys where that trailer is, that was a sale in 19. They should have comped that sale. They should have comped the lot next to it. And then they should have went over to the, what is that, the east. Pull over, Jackie. There's a sale right there on that corner, right there, that sold. They should have comped those three. And if they would have, it would have made us look like we were like $20,000 low on your property if they would have used those three comps. They just didn't know to do that. And sometimes appraisers will not feel good about comping a year back when, you know, we're not fee appraisers, so we're not regulated by timelines as much. They probably should have pulled those three in, and it would have been easier to see why we did what we did. Because those sold very well. They really did. Okay, that's all I have.
Okay, so now we are into the protester. You get a 2-minute cross-examine and 2 minutes for rebuttal. So I'm going to give you 4 minutes.
We don't have anything more at this time.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, and so now the district gets 2 minutes for rebuttal.
I don't have anything to say. I'm
All right,
good.
so now the Monahans, they've got 1 minute for closing.
We don't really have anything to say other than thank you for the explanation. It seems we understand a little bit better
Sure.
than we were understanding, but when your taxes go up, it's not being ugly, it's just money out of your pocket.
Well, and if nobody's looking after, if you're not looking at your stuff, nobody's looking at your stuff. So
Right.
yeah, I understand.
That's the reason we're here. We're not
Yeah.
here to really gripe you out. We're
No,
just
no,
here
it's
to try
okay.
to find
It's
you-
okay.
Understand.
Yeah. There was a lot of people that came in from Coconut Ridge. I get it.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not anything.
Okay, so Ray, now you get 1 minute for closing.
I don't have anything else to say.
Okay, so now the appraisal review board gets 5 minutes to discuss and come up with our answer. So
I think the district's made the case that
yes.
both between equity and sales, that this property is right where it should be. In fact, if anything, it's low.
Yes, I would agree.
I agree.
Ramona, where are you?
I agree as well.
Robert?
I agree. I think I just keep it what it was.
Okay. Okay. So on account number 16988, based upon what we heard from the appraisal district and from the property owners, taking into consideration the possibility of incorrect appraised market value and the possibility of the appraisal ratio exceeding the median level of appraisal, on account number 16988, I make a motion that we leave the 2020 value at $58,550.
Thank you, Cindy.
Second.
Can I have a second?
I second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, that hearing is closed. And we'll open up a hearing for case ID 2020-1234, account number 16989. So this is the house next door. And I'll skip down to the ARB members who are considering the protest have not communicated with anyone about the protest and are signing an affidavit to that effect. So I, Robert Dayton, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F. I'm signing to that effect, and I'm located in the state of Texas.
I, Cindy Duck, do solemnly swear I've not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F. I am signing to that effect, and I am physically located in the state of Texas.
I, Kathy Hoffman, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code 41.66F. I'm signing to that effect, and I'm located in Texas.
I, Ramona LeBlanc, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F, and I'm signing to that effect, and I'm physically located in Texas.
My name is Val Smith. I'm a notary public. I witnessed Mr. Dayton, Ms. Hoffman, Ms. Steph, and Ms. LeBlanc signatures via Zoom, and I'm physically located in Texas.
All testimony from all witnesses must be given under oath. So Ray, you want to go first?
I, Ray Presley, do solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony I shall present to the Appraisal Review Board for the Aransas County Appraisal District is true and correct.
I do solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony I shall present to the Appraisal Review Board for the Aransas County Appraisal District is true and correct. James C. Monahan.
I, Nanette Monahan, do solemnly swear that the testimony I shall present to the Appraisal Review Board for the Aransas County Appraisal District is true and correct.
Okay, who would you like to go first? Yourself or the district?
We'll go first.
Okay, you have 5 minutes.
This house had no improvements between 2018 and 19. And that was after Harvey, and it looks exactly the same as opposed to a lot of houses that went from, for lack of a better word, cracker boxes to mansions. It did have a facelift between 16 and 17, where it went from cedar siding to party board, and it got the lean-to, and it got a restroom downstairs. But that was prior to Harvey. So nothing happened between 18 and 19. However, the taxes went up $71,000. And then again, from 19 to 20, another 21,000. So once again, trying to understand when my house looks exactly the same, and the majority of houses are transformed after Harvey.
Yeah, I think that the house to the left of you sold maybe, and the other house sold, right? Those were, or one of those sold. The second one.
That one.
That one
Yeah.
there, that one, did. Yes, sir. After Harvey, that's correct.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else you'd like to tell us?
Just trying to understand once again, the huge jump when the house looks exactly the same.
Trying to understand or possibly ask for
Okay.
reduction.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Ray, it's, you've got 2 minutes for cross-examine and 5 to present.
Okay, I don't have anything to cross-examine. We should look at the roll history of this account. It would be helpful just to, I need to familiarize myself with it because I really don't know.
Moving them, sorry.
It's okay. So the roll history means we're going to look at the values on a yearly basis. I think we can focus that a little bit better. Either I'm,
No, I'm.
No, it's bad. There you
There you
go.
go.
so there's a,
Can I ask one question real quick, Ray?
yeah, go ahead. Go back one.
Will this show us any Harvey codes on this?
Will this show us any Harvey codes? I'll be able to. Yeah, we'll see it. If you go to roll history, we're gonna see that
Okay.
the Harvey code is real minimal. Are y'all seeing the
Okay,
screen?
thank you.
Right?
Yes. Yep.
Yes.
Okay, we'll see in 17 before the storm, the value is 109.
Okay.
Then 18 happens and the value is 101. That means this was a Harvey 95. We only pulled 5% at this improvement. For whatever reason, we thought that this house survived the storm. Okay, we may have talked to y'all, who knows?
It did.
But we thought this was a 95. And then you'll see that's 19 there. So there's a big jump right there.
Yeah,
So in 19 is when we changed the land. So you'll see $19,000 is in the land, and then $50,000 is in the improvement. Well,
that's taken off the code.
you went from 30,000 in the improvement in 18 to 83,000 in 19.
Oh,
Here she comes.
That was probably based on sales, right?
Just go back to roll history check. I'll tell you guys, there's no doubt in my mind that when we saw the house at 101,
Yes.
that freaked us out. And so they may have got a new roof or something. I don't know.
no, we didn't. I'm sorry, we did
But I mean, at some point, you've got a new roof.
between 16 and 17.
But when you look at this number here, you can tell that we didn't react to it. We reacted 2 years later. So that's pretty common for us to not get it. It takes us, that's common. And so what we're actually reacting to was your work prior to the storm. And we spent a lot of time in Copano Ridge. So we raised your value in 19 because 101,640 is something we can't be comfortable with. We feel like 101,640 is just so low for waterfront, for Copano Ridge in general. And then the increase you see this year is that 10% probably. It's us pushing 10% in. I haven't shown our grid. We've talked about sales so much. I'm not
sure about your 10% because that's way
that-
more than 10%.
That could be. It could have been that we did something else. Let me see. Oh, we added a dock.
Oh,
We didn't have that dock frontage on the account. So we put that dock on there. So it's the dock.
the dock took that much. I mean, it increased it that much.
Well, let's see. Well, 10% of,
Even if it increased 10%, it would be 10 and 10. You're talking 20% increase, but we're talking
let me see.
50% increase.
The who?
So they went to 30.
We still have it as an SS. The dock is, we put the dock on at 13,000.
That's close.
That's what we put it on as. So that's 13,000 on top of 172. So 13,000 on 172 gets you all the way to 185. And then to get to 194, it's just 10% of that. Of the it's 10, and so that's what's getting you there. It's the dock and the 10% on the improvements.
Well, and
Essentially, that's $20,000, over $20,000.
It shows 21, but
No, folks.
okay,
All
so
right, send
Ray,
it in.
Yes. Yeah, I'm done.
you're done.
Except for, I didn't get to say this. Did y'all look at the equity grid?
No.
Remember,
Yes.
you
we
look at
did.
the equity grid, we're high by right around $5,000.
Right.
So, which is a pretty good picture of this whole issue in Copano Ridge. On the sales grid, we're low, and on the equity grid, we're high, which makes total sense because the sales are going to prove some high number every time because people are paying more than they should. But the equity is going to bring an older home back into, it's going to want to pull value out of an older home, especially if it's small square footage, which this one basically is. So it's gonna try to correct itself.
well, small and over 50 years old.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
It's almost 25.
Yeah.
Almost 75 years old. So we just couldn't see her value being like everybody else's, but I assume y'all see it differently.
We do. We do.
Hey, Ray, may I ask one question?
Yeah, whatever you guys want to do.
Okay, because I see the 3SS, okay? And they said that they had put on hardy siding.
Uh-huh. It won't change the value at all.
Okay,
The SS cost schedule and the FB for hardy or fiberboard, they're
are the same.
the
basically.
same cost schedule. So it just doesn't, it doesn't matter.
Just asking.
That was almost an insurance thing because the cedar siding where they felt like the insurance felt like, well, it was all insurance felt like Hardy was much better, safer, more fire protected than a cedar siding.
Yeah, right.
We didn't try to increase the value. we
But
tried-
and really, I understand. It's just a new element. That's all. It's just a new element.
Okay, where are
Okay,
we,
so
Cindy?
now we need to move on, and it's the protesters get the Monahans, y'all get 2 minutes for cross-examine and 2 minutes for rebuttal.
We really don't have anything more, I don't think, to say other than that we begged for that reduction, that difference. And basically, that's where we are.
Okay. All right, and so then Ray, you get 2 minutes to rebuttal.
So rebuttal and closing for me is that the equity grid is at 189, 788.
Yep.
I'm good with however y'all want to round that.
Okay,
So I don't have any other opinions.
okay. Okay. So Monahans, y'all get 1 minute to close.
But basically, again, all we have to say is we're here on just asking for that, and we pay our taxes, and we feel like we need a reduction, and if it happens, great, and if it doesn't, we'll just whine and go on.
Okay. All right, so now the appraisal review board gets 5 minutes to discuss this and come up with our final answer. I'm ready to make a motion to do the 189, 780. Are y'all ready for that?
I agree.
I agree.
I agree.
Okay, so on account number 16989, based upon what we heard from the district and from the property owners, taking into consideration incorrect appraised market value and the appraisal ratio exceeding the median level of appraisal, I make a motion on account 16989 that we lower the total value to $189,780.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I
Okay,
Okay. Mr. and Mrs. Monahan, thank you for coming in. You'll be getting a packet of information in the mail in a few weeks, restating all these values and our determination.
We thank y'all for taking the time to listen to it. We appreciate it. We know you have a tough job, and we try not to act like everybody else.
Thank you.
You were pleasant to deal with.
Yep, thank you, guys.
we thank you for coming in.
yes, thank y'all so
Thank you for
much.
work, too.
Thank you. We learned a lot.
We did learn, we learned a few things.
Yeah.
on the forward.
Now, what are we doing
I
now?
gotta run and let the dog in real quick.
Okay.
Starting also two accounts, starting with 1526 will be our next case number.
Okay.
Hey, Val? Val,
Yes,
will you tell them about the survey up front? Do you mind, or will somebody up there tell them?
yes.
Thank you, guys.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Bye, thank you. Have a good day.
We get that survey.
So this looks like another 2 properties with the same owner.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Which one are we doing first?
66207.
We'll do 1526 first.
1526, okay. Yeah.
Come back.
Okay, Ramona. We're doing case 1526.
Got it.
Is this in person?
Yes.
Yes. What are you laughing about now?
I'm just like, because it's like, hey, so what about this? Well, and is this case number, it was just, it tickled me.
Oh,
I know. How's Miss Lucy doing this morning?
good. She's eating an Oreo right now.
Ramona.
Hey, it's once in a while. She loves them.
Oh my God. I see. Mama's home, so now we're gonna break the rules again.
Shoot, she eats ice cream every night with Mike.
Oh my God.
Every night.
Do you have diabetes?
No, he does, but she doesn't.
Did I hear you say she was eating an Oreo?
Yes, she's
Well,
been.
that's
Yeah.
chocolate. Chocolate's not good. Chocolate's not good for dogs.
She likes it once in a while. I give her a cookie.
Oh.
Makes my life easier when I have to go and bring her in.
There you go. Oh, okay. So that makes sense. You know, they say that, you know, chocolate's bad and it'll kill your dog and all, but I have known people, I mean, I'm not one of them because I'm too scared because I would be the one that, would kill my dog instantly. But like, I mean, I've known people that have given their dogs chocolate every single day, like, you know, Hershey's Kisses, okay?
Right.
And not a problem. So it's very bizarre.
Yeah, I don't give them chocolate like that, but she does get like a chocolate chip cookie or an Oreo once in a while. And she eats vanilla ice cream.
That's okay. That's like just this
These
milk.
These are calcium.
have-
That's right.
It may or may not have chocolate syrup on it. I don't know.
Yeah, but somebody has to put the chocolate syrup in it.
Yeah, that would be Mike, not me.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I don't eat ice cream. Oh.
Oh my God, there's that blue, what was it? What did I tell you, Ramona? It's cake, confetti cake ice cream. Oh my God, it's
Yeah.
so good. It is so good. And then you put chocolate syrup on top of it. Oh my God. It's very
Oh my
good.
God, I can't believe it. Yeah, I don't eat it.
I don't eat ice cream either.
If I do, yeah.
You're good. Right, so this is 1526 and 27, right? That we're,
Yeah.
Yes.
Sunset
They're
Bay.
getting their temperatures taken.
We're gonna go in this room and you're at the table to the right there.
Right.
Yes, sir. This is Mr. Pierce. And his first case is number 1526.
Good morning, Mr. Pierce.
Okay.
It's your turn to state your name.
Okay. Hello.
hello, good morning.
So opening a hearing on case ID 2020-1526, account number 66207. This hearing is being recorded. We are the appraisal review board that will be hearing your protest today. At the table, or actually on Zoom, connected to the room there, is myself, Robert Dayton. We have Ramona LeBlanc, Kathy Hoffman, and Cindy Duck. So there's
Okay, I can see you all now.
okay. We do not work for the appraisal district. We are appointed to perform an independent review of your protest. At the end of the hearing, you may complete a survey regarding your experience. The survey may be completed using the survey form and emailed to ptad.communications@cpa.texas.gov, or online at surveymonkey.com/r/survey ARB. Or you can take it there at the office in paper form, which is probably the easiest at the end of this hearing. The survey is voluntary, but we do appreciate it if you take the survey. You also have the right to appeal our decision. Appeal information will be provided to you with our determination. In accordance with Tax Code Section 41.45H, all written material that has not been provided must be provided at this time. Do we have all your evidence?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The ARB members who are considering the protest have not communicated with anyone about the protest and are signing an affidavit to that effect. And I will start. I, Robert Dayton, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F. I am signing to that effect, and I am physically located in the state of Texas.
I, Cindy Duck, do solemnly swear I've not communicated with another individual in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F. I'm signing to that effect, and I am physically located in the great state of Texas.
I, Kathy Hoffman, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F. I'm signing to that effect, and I'm located in Texas.
I, Ramona LeBlanc, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F, and I'm signing to that effect, and I'm physically located in Texas.
My name's Val Smith. I'm a notary public. I am witnessing Mr. Dayton, Ms. Hoffman, Ms. Duck, and Ms. LeBlanc signatures via Zoom, and I'm physically located in Texas.
All testimony from all witnesses must be given under oath. So, Mr. Pierce, if you'll read on the table there in front of you, state your name and read that.
My name is Matt Pierce. I do solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony I shall present to the appraisal review board for the Aransas County Appraisal District is true and correct.
Thank you. Ray?
Yeah, I, Ray Preston, do solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony I shall present to the appraisal review board for the Aransas County Appraisal District is true and correct.
Mr. Pierce, do you have or hold a Texas or appraisal license in the state of Texas?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Do you hold an appraiser's license in the state of Texas?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you. On the table there in front of you, taped down, there's a paper called Hearing Procedure Times, has 4 columns. This is the timing that we'll use in today's hearing. You get to choose. Do you want to go first, or would you like the district to go first?
Yeah, y'all can go first.
Okay.
All right. So let's see here. We're in Sunset Bay. We're doing 2 properties. Oh, we're doing one at a time, but let me see which one we're doing. So we're doing okay. Go ahead and pull the Picto up, Jackie, so that we can. Sunset Bay is the subdivision on 188 that is outside of Rockport on the way to, Bayside or Sinton, leaving town. So it's right there. Okay. Looking at the property card here, the value, we have a value of $24,000. The subject property sold in August of 19 for $5,000. There's other sales in the area. There's a sale, at 106 Sunrise sold for $24,000. 111 Sunrise sold for $55,000. And then we have one at 128 Dockside further down that sold for $40,000. Those 3 comps are basically the same size. They're all kind of about an acre, I guess, pretty close to it. Gives a median value of $24,000. The equity value is $24,000 because we put all these at the same value. So it's just comping, it's just pulling our number 3 different times, 24,000. And 104 Sunrise is currently listed for, I don't know, 30. When this thing was printed, it was printed out, it listed at 35.5.
From 361
Now, when was that?
7006.
Did you say something to me?
Part of that I did say.
What's up?
Okay, so you're saying this lot is for sale currently, or this was the listing when they bought it?
No, I think it's for sale currently
Oh, okay, thank you, Ray.
for 35.5, but it did sell for 5,000 to Matt. He bought it for 5,000 in August of 19. The appraisal district is just not willing to put our name on, to agree with it. You know, we have problems, and we have problems with the state agreeing with to something like that. So we're just not gonna, we can't do that. So that's all I have.
Okay. So Mr. Pierce,
Yes,
you've got 2 minutes to cross-examine and then 2 minutes to present.
5 minutes to present.
Oh, yeah, I'm so sorry. Yes, 5 minutes to present. Sorry.
yeah, I do have it currently. Oh,
You're okay.
You're good.
go ahead, continue.
Yeah.
I do have it currently listed, but I don't understand what a listing price has anything to do with the fact, how you come up with this little piece of paper that you sent to me. I mean, can you explain that?
Sure, yeah, we didn't use your list to derive value. We actually used the cell at 106 to derive value.
But on the thing that you'll send me, I mean, why even put a listing price?
That's, I mean, that's just our choice to
But
do
you
that.
pulled it up there and you're making a presentation about that, so I have no clue of why y'all would even bring that issue up. Because what you have it listed for and what you sell it for is two different things.
Yeah, so I guess if I was in your shoes, I would focus a lot less on what I'm trying to sell it for and a lot more on what I bought it for.
Right.
So
I
if you have a
understand that. So-
problem with us putting a listing on there that, and you don't like it, then I would just say get in line. Because I mean, nobody likes it.
Okay, but
I don't know what to tell you.
but
It's
you're saying that has zero
effect.
effect,
It doesn't.
but you
no.
still brought it up. So that's what I'm trying to figure out why.
Sometimes it's helpful to understand what someone's doing with the property. Like if you're buying the property because you're going to build a home there and live there,
Mhm.
or are you someone who buys property for the purpose of making money? Sometimes
No,
it's just,
actually, we bought it to actually build a house on there.
yeah,
I bought it from the actual developer of the subdivision himself.
okay,
So I bought the 6 acres and then he just said, hey, you know what, we'll also sell you the other one. So I bought the other one.
okay. That's perfectly fine.
So I would think that the price that I bought mine for would have a little bit more effect because it hasn't even been a year yet. See where I'm coming from?
Yeah, you have 5 minutes to make your case.
Okay, well, no,
Matt,
no,
you
that-
started
That's
out,
basically it, because, you know, I'm here because what I bought my property for, you can show me what other people paid for theirs, but to me, you know, that's irrelevant.
okay,
So that's just my case. That's the reason why I came over here and brought you my statement.
Sir, why don't you tell us about your evidence?
Well, my settlement statement from Stewart Title. So it shows you exactly what I bought the property for.
Okay. All right.
All right, that's good evidence.
So
Mhm.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Anything else you'd like to
no, sir,
tell
that's
us?
it.
This was an open market third-party sale, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and did you have anything else you wanted to present to us?
No, ma'am, this is all my evidence that I needed. That I would think so.
Okay. Okay, so now Ray, of course, you've got the 2 minutes to cross-examine and 2 minutes for rebuttal.
So I don't have any cross-examine. I don't have any reason to believe that the $5,000 is incorrect. I don't have any reason to believe that the settlement statement is, it's obviously a real settlement statement. It's not anything that someone drew up on their own.
Right.
The reality of this thing is, I guess, just because of the way that this, that we were portrayed in bringing up sale, something that's for sale. I'm going to speak to that for a second, because I mean, you know, people at the appraisal district we don't go home to our dungeons and try to figure out how to hurt people. We have to be super careful because the appraisal district isn't governed by taxing entities, it's governed by the state. And if something sells for $5,000 and then the appraisal district says, hey, that's worth $5,000, and then turns around and sells for $18,000, the state doesn't care that we made some decision to, you know, honor a settlement statement. They actually will tell us, well, what was your opinion of value? So that's why we're here today, because an appraisal district has to treat this stuff very carefully. Because our opinion of value is not that Matt bought a piece of land that's worth $5,000. Our opinion is that he made a very good purchase and should make profit. He should make $18,000 or $19,000 profit when he flips this thing. And our whole case is built on the one that sold for $24,000. We're not hiding that. That's it. There's one down on Dockside further down that sold for 40. It is, you know, half a mile away. It's on the same side of the street. But anyways, that's our whole case. And so that's all I have to say.
Okay, so Matt or Matthew.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now you've got 2 minutes for protester rebuttal.
Okay, that Dockside property that you just brought up, can you show me this on where that is located at?
And it's 66342, and it's going to be, see it way over there, almost at the end of Dockside.
So that's deep inside the subdivision,
Right.
Well away from Highway 188.
Absolutely.
Okay,
And it sold for 40,000.
okay.
Absolutely.
Where is it?
And what is that one?
340.
Appraised at?
40,000.
Okay. But you bringing up that one, if you're looking at the subdivision itself,
Yeah.
that is well on the north side of the subdivision. That property, my property, is the second property inside the subdivision, and basically right next to Highway 188.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so
And we have 24 on yours and 40 on that
that's correct.
one. Right. And the one next door to you sold for 24.
And then the one where the house is right there, that guy bought his for 12.
Okay. I'm not sure if we had that. We may have known that. We may not have. I don't
Because
know.
I actually have become friends with that guy. And so I told him what I bought mine for, and he told me what he bought his for.
Okay.
Okay, that's all I have to say.
Okay, so now the district has 1 minute to close.
The district is closed.
Okay, so Matt, you've got 1 minute for your closing, and this is like your last opportunity to present to the appraisal review board, your case?
No, ma'am, I'm fine.
Okay, so now the appraisal review board does have 5 minutes to discuss and come up with our answer. Okay,
Kathy,
Oh, I'm at 24,000. Equity is not under protest, but both the sales and equity grids show 24,000 exactly. And I think that that's probably a correct value.
yeah, but the neighbor's selling for 24 as well.
Right.
yeah, and
And I
see,
understand even dockside is further in and smaller lot. But
Well, I think
mean-
the fact that, the evidence with the $5,000 just shows that he made a really good buy. As far as,
I know.
right. I mean, and
Right.
I would have liked to have seen it. There's a side of me that would have liked to have seen it on the sales grid, but all the other sales in that in that area, they really, I think it would have been a false number because all the other numbers are at the 24.
24.
So
Yeah.
it's hard for me to think anything. I think the district, to me, proved their case. I mean, the sales, for the most part, are reflecting that 24,000.
I
Robert?
agree.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. I think Mr. Pierce made an extremely good deal on this, but the value of the land at January 1 is more like $24,000.
Okay.
All right, so on account number 66207, based upon what we heard from the district, also from the property owner, taking into consideration the possibility of an incorrect appraised market value, I make a motion on this account 66207 that we leave the 2020 value at 24,000.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, that hearing is closed, and we'll open a hearing on case ID 2020-1527, account number 66201.
Can I just ask a question on our notes?
Just let them answer you. I don't want to answer you.
Okay, well, what you just said was, as far as January 1st. So when y'all come up with these appraisal values, what's the time frame? Like from January 1st of the year to when? June?
January 1st to
January 1st.
January 1st to January 3rd.
An appraisal has to be given on a specific date, even if
Okay.
even if a fee appraiser, like if you were hiring someone because you're going to buy a house,
Mhm.
he's supposed to give you his appraisal. He's supposed to be saying this date
Okay.
right here.
So from January 1st to January 1st of the next year.
No. Just Matt, just that one day. We're saying what it's worth on January 1st.
Of 2020.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
But that's the state of Texas mandate. That isn't just anybody picking a date. Texas is who set that rule.
No, I understand that, but so basically you're looking at property sales all for the whole year to come up with these numbers.
Oh, okay. So we're going to look for sales typically from July 31st, or is there 31st? The end of July.
Mhm.
Is that right? Until
I think
until we push the notices out, which is at the end of April or May.
Okay,
And then the state grades us for the months we don't get. They grade us for May, June, and July. The state's able to go in and grab everything up to the end of July.
okay.
And what their belief is that we should be good enough, our value should be strong enough that even if something sells afterwards, that we should be able to know what it would sell for. That's the way the state does it.
Would sell for, but,
That's the way the state does it.
okay,
They-
okay,
Yeah,
I understand. I'll just, because if you buy the properties in at the end of the year, but right now so this is my way of thinking. we're in August of 2020.
Mhm.
So if you buy a property next month, so say for, half of the price of what the appraised value was, do y'all take that into consideration for 2021?
Yes, we do.
Okay,
Yes, we do.
okay, I'm done. That was the answer to my question.
Okay.
Thank you.
ARB members who are considering the protest have not communicated with anyone about the protest and are signing an affidavit to that effect. And I'll start. I, Robert Dayton, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F. I'm signing to that effect, and I'm physically located in Texas.
I, Cindy Duck, do solemnly swear I've not communicated with another individual in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F, and I'm signing to that effect, and I am physically located in Texas.
I, Kathy Hoffman, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F. I'm signing to that effect, and I'm physically located in Texas.
I, Ramona LeBlanc, do solemnly swear I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F, and I'm signing to that effect, and I'm physically located in Texas.
My name is Val Smith. I'm a notary public. I am witnessing Mr. Dayton, Ms. Hoffman, Ms. LeBlanc, and Ms. Duck's signatures via Zoom, and I'm physically located in Texas.
All testimony from all witnesses must be given under oath. So Ray, you want to go first?
Sure. I, Ray Presley, do solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony I shall present to the appraisal review board for the Aransas County Appraisal District is true and correct.
Okay, Matthew?
I do solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony I present to the appraisal review board for the Aransas County Appraisal District is true and correct.
Okay, Matthew, would you like to go first, or would you like the district to go first?
No, sir, y'all can go first.
Okay.
No, you can do
Okay.
Okay, so we're still in Sunset Bay. This is one of the tracts of land that is associated with 188. So
Can you back that out so we can see exactly where it is?
sure.
Is it touching 188?
Yes.
Yes.
It is. In
Thank you.
fact, that's the way that you access.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh. So the value that we have on this property is 47,700. This property, I think this property sold also in 19, was a purchase at 25,000. The sales grid here. All right, so this property is 2442, 2402, 188, sold in June for 45,000. And then comp number 2 is the property. It sold for 25,000. And let's see, comp number 3 is on Drum. This is going to be not accessed from 188. It's kind of behind this property. Go ahead and go to Picto so I can just show it. Drum is that road right up there, right up above it. That's Drum. So
We
on
can't see.
Drum 66293 sold, which is the pie-shaped looking thing at the end of the cul-de-sac. 66293. That property right
Now,
there.
what?
Say that again.
What did that one
That's
sell
drum
for?
property.
That's comp number 3. It sold for 54,000.
Wow.
Okay, so, and then the other comp is on Duck Haven, which is further down, and it sold for 43,000. It's barely a comp, right? It's a little bit further away, but it's in the same subdivision. The equity is going to come out the same because all of these are on the same land table. It's our values, so it's just going to show congruency based on a square footage or an acreage value. When you're looking at that sales grid, to be specific here, there's a sell for 45 and a sell for 25. The appraisal district changed the land value on these properties, but it also changed the land value on Drum and Duck Haven. So it was one big move. So we're lumping all of these properties into one group from a mass appraisal standpoint. But the two properties that share the exact same attribute of being on 188, there's a $45,000 sale and a $25,000 sale, and the $25,000 is the subject. That's all I have.
Okay, so Ray, may I ask one question on that?
Whatever you guys want to do.
Okay. I'm just curious why on that sales grid,
Uh-huh.
why I don't understand, and I don't understand why the number, when it puts those two together, that the number it comes up with.
Well, it's not putting those two together. It's putting all four of those together. So it's 4 comps, right? And it's picking a median value of 4 comps.
Okay.
So if it was to put just those two together, it would have said, what's 45,000 plus 25,000? That's 70,000. So it would have gave a number of 35,000. It would have divided those by 2. But it didn't, because we put more comps in. That's why I was saying we are lumping more things into the bucket, and not, we have a land table on more than just the 188 properties.
Got it.
Is what I'm saying.
Got
But at the 188 properties, the 2 comps there are the only ones out of those sales that specifically have the 188 attribute, which in my opinion, the 188 attribute is a negative attribute, because when you pull out of the driveway, you have cars going whatever speed they're going on that road. But what's worse is if you slow down to turn in, it's like you're constantly looking in your, you know what I mean? In your rearview mirror.
Yeah.
That's an annoyance. So that's why I'm trying to point that out, is I don't think the 188 attribute is a good attribute.
Ray, I have a question. When on the land tables, did the increase you made on the land tables take into consideration the 188 factor?
So no, here's the way this kind of stuff works is if there would have been those 2 sales only, I'm not sure what we would have done. We would have been we would have been able to report that we have contradicting sale activity, but the sale on Drum and the sale on Duck Haven robbed that from us because there was too many sales in the general area. So we had to make a decision. So our decision was pretty obvious here, that we felt like that Matt made a good purchase. We would have felt like that. We would have felt some like reassurance that Matt made a good purchase, also because of the $5,000 purchase. We would have viewed both of those as not typical purchases. And we would have thought that we would have put more trust in the $45,000 number than the $25,000. Not would have, we did. We certainly did. And we felt comfortable doing that because of the sell on Drum at 50 something and the sell on Duck Haven at 40 something. So, it's our opinion that this is probably pretty close to a 40 something thousand dollar property.
Okay, where are we, Cindy, in the time?
So now it is Matt's turn to talk for two minutes to cross-examine. Sorry.
Obviously,
To cross-examine, and then 5 minutes for presentation. Matt, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Sorry about that. I feel that comp 3 and comp 4 should have no relevance as far as for comp 1 and comp 2. Just because comp 1 and comp 2 are located on State Highway 188. And the comp 3 and comp 4 are within the subdivision. So with that being said, I do agree, and I can agree with this, what was your name again?
Right.
Ray said, that the property value should be 35.5 instead of 47.7. That's all I have to say.
Okay,
Okay.
So, okay, so then, Ray, you get 2 minutes to cross-examine and 2 minutes to rebut.
Okay, if it's okay, guys, I don't have anything to cross-examine. I don't have anything to rebut because I talked for a long time at
Yes.
the beginning. So
Yeah.
what I would prefer to say now is if you have questions, you can ask them of me.
Okay.
And I want you guys to make a ruling and I don't want to give an opinion.
Okay.
Not
And you
a strong opinion.
Okay. All right, so if.
I have no questions.
I'm already.
can we look at the property number 66203?
Yeah, do you want to see it, a picture of it? Oh,
Yeah.
or-
I would like to know, is it being treated the same as his
oh,
property?
okay. Let's take a look. So that's in Pat's. 66203.
Correct.
Let's take a look. $47,700. Oh, this is is this the 2402 property?
Yeah.
No, that's 2482. Yes, it is. 47,700.
Okay.
Is that the one?
Is that one also located in 188?
Yes, that's why I was asking.
Oh, okay.
But they just did a market, okay, because they just did like a community or whatever sweep.
But yeah, you can see it says Citus down towards the bottom of the card. It says 2482 SH 188 Rockport.
Yeah,
You see the address there?
yeah,
That's why I wanted to check and see and make sure that he's being treated as equal as other people on 188 with him.
got it.
Okay,
But that, okay, so you're done, Ray, right now?
Unless you guys have questions. Yeah, I feel like I've spoken enough.
Okay. Anybody else need to talk to Ray?
No?
Okay,
no,
So-
thank you.
I'm happy to talk to him, but I don't need to right now. But, all right, so Matt, you get 2 minutes for rebuttal.
Can you bring that map back up, please? You're frozen?
No, I think we're active again.
Okay.
No, I think it's good now.
Can you span it over? So you're saying whenever you say you lumped them all together, can you explain that to me?
Yeah,
Because
so,
I feel each property in this subdivision is 100% different than the ones on Highway 188.
Yeah. I'm not sure that I disagree with you. I'm probably in agreement with what you're saying. That it's not all of them, but it's the ones that are similar in size. So at the end of Drum and then come down 188 and then catch the backside of Duck Haven, we're going to associate all of those properties on the same land table, making them essentially the same thing. But I don't disagree about the 188 thing. The problem for us in here was on that 188 is that sale. The sale on 188. That's not yours. It's the other sale at 45.
The comp one that you stated?
Yeah, that's our problem. That's why we couldn't hang our hat on what we kind of also on what we agree with you about was that sale happened. If that's
But my sale actually happened.
your sale happened too. Yes.
So I mean,
But you bought that property.
So if they would have sold that for $1 million,
no, then we would have
I
we
mean,
would have had the same opinion that we have about your 5,000.
Yeah, I realize that, but I mean, y'all are more caught up on, hey, you know what? Let's just go with the highest price versus, hey, you know what? Let's look at both properties and say, one bought it for this, the other bought it for this. So let's just come in the middle.
So
Because that, I mean, what I don't understand is why y'all would not take that in consideration.
yeah,
I mean, I don't really care what my other neighbors bought their properties for. I only care what I bought my property for. And so whenever you're saying that you're gonna lump them all together, I think that is extremely wrong. Because have y'all even took into consideration that this is in a floodplain zone with FEMA or no?
no, we have. I mean, it's in the flood.
Because on my 6 acres, whenever I build my house, I gotta raise it up 24 inches.
Yeah,
And so I gotta reshape the whole property because this subdivision, if you get on the website, Griffin Bruns Red did a whole floodplain map of it. And
Yeah.
even my 1 acre, we're gonna have to bring that puppy up about 36 inches.
yeah, kind of like they did over there on Duck Haven.
That's right. So, you know,
We understand that, yes.
so I would think that comes into play also.
Yeah, I think that you're right. I think it does come into play. The issue, Matt, is that someone paid 54, 43, and 45, and you paid 25. So when you look at that data, it comes out that you made a good purchase. When you go up to the other property, someone paid 40, 24, and 5. And
Right.
again, it just looks like you're doing a very good job with
Well,
your
thank you.
money,
Thank you.
and other people are paying the market, and you're simply not paying the market
Well,
for some
I
reason.
can understand that those other people wanting to buy.
Where are we on time, Cindy?
Well, we're kind of using up Ray's, but literally we've only got 19 seconds, but I'm not sure.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay, all right. So now, it's, you've got 1 minute closing, sir, Matt?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Okay.
so you've got 1 minute closing and I'll have to cut you off at 1 minute.
Yes, ma'am. Well, my final opinion is comp 3 or comp 4 and whatever happens, what other cells that are inside the subdivision should have no relevance as far as what happens on Highway 188 with those properties. So I think that comp 1 and my part, is it comp 1 or 2?
Comp 1 and 2.
Comp 1 and 2 should only be a factor as far as the appraisal value of the properties that happen on 188.
Okay, all right. And Ray, you've got 1 minute.
I don't have anything else to say.
Okay, so the appraisal review board has 5 minutes to discuss. And I know my thinking, but this is just for us to discuss and throwing something out there. At first impulse, it would be to say, okay, go in the middle, because I do think the 188 is a huge factor. Okay, I mean, I really.
I agree that it is too.
And, so, I mean, I'd be good with something like 35, 38,000, to take that into account.
I think that's
I was
that's
thinking
too.
the same thing.
You would, okay. You think that's,
I think the 35 is way too low. And the sales grid shows a decrease anyway to at least 45,975. But I think the 185 factor is a big factor. At least it would be to me. I'd be comfortable more around somewhere between 40 and 45,000.
That's kind of where I am too, Kathy.
all right. I'm going to make a motion because I feel like I'm going to make a motion on 38. And if it doesn't pass, that's fine. We'll throw out another one. Okay. So on account number 66201, based upon what we heard from the district and from the property owner, taking into consideration the incorrect appraised market value, I make a motion that for account 66201, we decrease the total value for 2020 to 38,000.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Motion carries. So we'll close that hearing. So Matt, your value on that lot has been reduced to 38,000. You'll be getting something in the mail from that in a couple of weeks. We appreciate you coming by and showing your evidence.
Oh, thank you all very much.
Hey, and
Thank
also,
you.
if you would please fill out a survey about your experience with the Appraisal Review Board, we'd really appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. Where is that
You have
again?
to leave the room to do that. What?
Your order.
Ma'am?
I'll tell him where it is.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
There is an affidavit on the 8:30 docket. I would ask, since there is someone here for the 10 o'clock docket, that the board would hear that at a later time. And the next case would be 882, if that's acceptable.
I'm sorry, what?
That's fine.
Works for me.
Sense to me.
I'm
882.
gonna go get some ice.
Okay, we'll take a 2-minute bio break and then we'll come back and do 882.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, poor guy. He's just aggressive. He doesn't have to be, but it's okay. It's okay. Well, it's his money. I gotta pee.
I think everyone left for a break anyway. So we did.
Yeah, they're taking a break.
Everybody's showing up and we're trying to stay on time. Well, no, they don't always show up, so usually have, I don't know, 30 or 40% of the people don't show up.
So are we hearing 882? Is that correct?
Yes.
I'm sorry about my phone. I can't stop it from ringing.
Okay.
4075444.
Hello, please leave a message after the tone.
Solicitor.
Hey, which account is this one that we're doing?
882.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Is this an in-person or a phone?
I think it's in person.
Oh, it's in person, okay.
The short-term rental. Yeah.
Personal property.
This is a personal property?
Yeah.
That's a first. Well, let me look into it and tell you what happened. They probably didn't remember.
Can be.
Yes. Yes, Ramona. I'm
So there's no land or improvements. This is just a market value. I guess I can't be talking about it. I'm sorry.
You can't.
Okay.
Ooh, I feel bad for those people catching that hurricane. That's terrible.
Yeah, they're saying it's probably going to be a 4 when it hits.
Yeah, my sister just showed up at the house last night. She lives up there.
Oh my
Are you serious?
She lives in Texas City, their lead city. So
Oh my gosh.
You know, and Charlie was saying his daughter lives in, I think he said Beaumont. She's already down here.
Oh,
Yeah, she's been hit twice in the last 3 or 4 years with hurricanes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, well, yeah, because Harvey hit that area as well.
Yeah.
I have to come to work to get a break. I got kids.
Yeah, still getting.
So I've brought in Miss Paula Knight. She's here for this case.
Okay. Good morning, Paula. I'm Robert Dayton with the Appraisal Review Board. Bear with us for a minute while we open a hearing, and we've got some administrative things to talk about first, and along the way, I'll ask you some questions.
Thank
So-
you. This is my first time to ever do this, so bear with me.
Okay. Opening a hearing on case 2020-882, account number 8820953. This hearing is being recorded. We are the Appraisal Review Board that will be hearing your protest today. At the table or connected via Zoom in the room there is myself, Robert Dayton. We have Kathy Hoffman, Ramona LeBlanc, and Cindy Duck. We do not work for the appraisal district. We are appointed to perform an independent review of your protest. At the end of the hearing, you may complete a survey regarding your experience. The survey may be completed using the survey form and emailed to ptad.communications@cpa.texas.gov or online at surveymonkey.com/r/survey ARB. Or you can take the survey paper form when you leave today. The survey is voluntary, but we do appreciate you taking it. You also have the right to appeal our decision. Appeal information will be provided to you with our determination. In accordance with Tax Code Section 41.45H, all written material that has not been provided must be provided at this time. Do we have all your evidence?
Yeah.
Okay. The ARB members who are considering the protest have not communicated with anyone about the protest and are signing an affidavit to that effect. And I will start. I, Robert Dayton, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F. I am signing to that effect, and I am physically located in the state of Texas.
I, Cindy Duck, do solemnly swear I've not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F, and I'm signing to that effect, and I am physically located in the state of Texas.
I, Kathy Hoffman, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F. Signing to that effect, and I'm physically located in Texas.
I, Ramona LeBlanc, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F, and I'm signing to that effect, and I'm physically located in Texas.
Val there.
Yes, my name's Val Smith. I'm a notary public. I am witnessing Mr. Dayton, Ms. Hoffman, Ms. LeBlanc, and Ms. Duck's signatures via Zoom, and I am physically located in Texas.
All testimony from all witnesses must be given under oath. Ray, you want to go first?
I, Ray Presley, do solemnly swear from the testimony I shall present to the appraisal review board for the Aransas County Appraisal District is true and correct.
Okay, Paula, in front of you, if you'll state your name and read that statement.
I, Paula Knight, I do solemnly swear and affirm that the testimony I shall present to the appraisal review board for the Aransas County Appraisal District is true and correct, and I'm also located in Texas.
Okay. Paula, do you hold an appraiser's license in the state of Texas?
No, sir.
Okay. On the table in front of you there, there's a paper taped down called hearing procedure times.
Yes, sir.
You get to choose. Would you like to go first, or would you like the district to go first?
Honestly, I have no idea. I guess y'all can go first.
Okay.
All right, this is a short-term rental account, so there's not going to be a land value associated with this. And this is going to be on the value of, it's a house that is used as a short-term rental. So the contents of the house are business personal property, and they have value. So it's furniture and fixtures. We have a value of $20,000. And believe it or not, that is the district's entire case, evidence and all.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right. So Paula,
Well, the pictures I gave you, a lot of the stuff we had bought at a garage sale. A friend of ours retired, sold her house in 2 days and bought an RV and went RVing. So we bought a lot of their contents of their 6-bedroom house and put it into this house for the rental. We bought it as an investment property. And there's a couple things I did buy new, this is one of them. Currently looking at it. I bought it rooms to go, and I listed the price. And there's only like 3 rooms I actually bought, which is the dining room table, one of the bedroom sets, and this den area. The rest of everything else I got for $2,000 at their house sale. So hence my internal property value is not even 20 grand.
okay. Did you have anything else?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Okay, so this district, you have 2 minutes to cross-examine and 2 minutes for rebuttal.
Okay, the board doesn't hear a lot of business personal property cases, so
Like never.
we don't do this very often.
This,
We're
I
usually
think this
dealing
is
with-
this is the first one I've seen.
We're usually
Can I
not,
be honest with you, when I got this, I thought it was how much rental income I got when I.
that's
first-
not, definitely not the case.
Right, when I called and talked to somebody, and they said they sent us paperwork, well, hence I had moved and I didn't get it, but I'd recently got an email that I recently moved again, because we built a house, and so I haven't filled out the proper documentation y'all are needing, or is it?
The rendition.
Yes,
It's
and I have mailed it back in, but I haven't even gotten confirmation that y'all gotten it yet. So, and I'm afraid y'all
So-
might not even have gotten it.
That's okay. Let me say a few things. The square footage on this house is probably
2,500.
2,500 square feet. Okay. So if you can imagine, let's say there's, just for the sake of argument, I guess, or just to make a story, let's say there's 10 homes in the south part of Aransas County, and they're short-term rental homes, and they have a waterfront attribute, canal or something, and they're about 2,500 square feet. And one person goes and buys furniture retail, and another person buys furniture at a garage sale. Both of those people have spent a different amount of money.
Right.
But it doesn't necessarily mean that the furniture that inside this home, you have $4,000 worth of furniture stocking a 2,500 square foot home. And although people wouldn't want to hear it, the person that paid $50,000, they may not have $50,000 worth of furniture in that house. They just paid $50,000 for furniture. So it's our job here to try to make this all reasonable. Okay. So that's what we're working towards.
Okay.
So when you turn in a rendition, let's say you turn in a rendition and you say, all of this furniture is worth $4,000. We might still say, no, it's not. Okay, that's very possible that we're going to end up in this debate. And we that just because we don't want to have 10 properties and yours be at $4,000 and everybody else be at.
comes in and says, no, I only.
Yeah, and they can look your account up online and they're like, well, heck, I went to a garage sale too. You know, I mean, it just,
Yeah.
so we want to be more at a market. We want to be at some kind of, at a number that we feel comfortable for equity's sake.
For everybody, and I'm fine with that.
Yes.
I do understand too.
And it's
And
appliances,
it is
right?
Just me saying, so.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I understand. I don't doubt that your numbers are even right. Although it is hard sometimes. Like if you were to tell me that you went and hit up a bunch of garage sales and you stocked this house, I would say, no, you didn't.
Yeah. No,
But if you found one garage sale that you could buy everything at, that's probably true. That is probably true.
Yeah. was
Because it matches and you had someone who, anyways, that's a different story. Again, we still have to arrive at what is a reasonable value for this thing. And it's 2,500 square feet. So, I mean, it's probably not $4,000. It's probably not. I mean, if you had 1,000 square feet, yeah, maybe. But I mean, it's just, I don't think that the value inside there is at 4,000. So we need to figure that out. And I actually don't know how we do that.
Hey, has she thrown out a number that I mean, I understand she says she, spent but truly, after you've explained
I
it.
understand that, but I know I did not spend nowhere near 20, so I'm thinking that we could just compromise somewhere.
This includes like appliances, anything that's available. for them.
Everything came with the house. We didn't even buy a fridge.
Yeah, but that's okay. It's still the value of it.
Value.
It's the value of it though, even though.
Okay.
So the fridge, the microwave, when you're using it this way, we wish.
Then it would be closer to $10,000
Okay.
for the appliances. then.
Okay.
I would think. And,
Okay.
I just built a house and got all the appliances and I spent like $6,000, so
Okay.
probably 6,500.
All right. So let's do something like this. And we'll turn this over to the board. Let's let the board make a decision. Normally we have to go through all this stuff, but we don't really, this is different. You say 10, we've said 20. Let's just let the board make a decision.
Okay.
Unless you have more to say, you're free to.
No, and again, I've never done this before.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a whole lot to say about it.
When you leave, I'll talk to you. Okay, I'll find him here.
Yeah.
So at this point, is the protester, are you okay with us going into our deliberation time at the end?
Yeah.
Okay. I was.
I would like to say one thing first, or ask Ray or Paula. Paula, do you know that this is due in like April?
I do that. I do, because she had just sent me an email saying that it's going to be due in this coming April.
Okay, because it's due every April.
Yeah, and I didn't know that either. I mean, I didn't know anything about the appraisal of the inside property.
Sure.
This is my first time to have done this.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, I retired.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
It's
I just
different
wanted
than
to
the
make sure.
property tax. It's.
I want to say something. This Lands End Properties in Bahia Bay, is that correct?
Correct.
Yes.
That's prime rental area for this, for Rockport, actually, to be on a waterfront piece of property in a short-term rental. I would find it difficult to believe that it was filled with a bunch of junk. So I'm not, maybe the 20 is not the right number, but certainly 10 isn't.
Yeah, I was
Do
gonna.
you think 15?
Yeah, I was going to suggest 15 because in addition to the furniture and the appliances, you have other things. You have dishes, silverware, pots and pans, the bathrooms, you got towels, and so I was going to suggest 15.
All right.
Andy?
Yeah, and I think even Paula said that, by the time you take everything and that could put it all together, that probably, and maybe I'm wrong, but I thought, so anyway, I make a motion on account number 88-209-53, based upon what we've heard from the appraisal district and from the property owner. And taking into consideration incorrect appraised market value and that the appraisal ratio exceeds the median level of appraisal, I make a motion that we lower the 2020 value to 15,000.
Second.
Okay.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, Paula, you'll be getting something in the mail here in a couple of weeks that summarizes our determination. We appreciate you coming by.
I appreciate y'all's time very much, and I'm in agreement.
That's fine. Yeah, it's fine to say that. We
Yeah.
understand.
I'm perfectly fine with
Yeah.
that. I just knew I didn't spend $20,000 on it.
Sure. Okay, that's it.
Okay.
You're done. Yay, see?
I made it. Now I can quit sweating.
We didn't bite your ankles and, it's all good.
My face is just red.
So now you actually get to leave. I mean, it's cool, you're done, and you'll get something in the mail in 2 weeks or so that'll be confirm the value change. And also, if you really would fill out a survey about your experience with the appraisal review board, we'd really appreciate it.
All right, I can do that.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of the week.
Oh, y'all as well. Y'all as well. Thank you for your time.
All right. Bye-bye.
You can email me anytime. I
Thank-
have my email with questions.
Yeah.
This is your opinion of value. I think we talked about a furnished house is gonna rent a fully furnished house with on the water. I mean, it's everything, just like they said,
Yeah.
spoons, forks, knives. I mean,
Yeah, but when I talked to you on the
paper
phone,
towels.
you said, no, just the big stuff, just the furniture. That's
Well,
what
no,
we
I said
wanted you to
just-
itemize. And so
I don't
that's
want
what
it-
I was,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
no,
want
that's fine.
itemized of your pots and pans, just itemize each room, like the kitchen, give it a value. That's everything inside the kitchen. Yeah. A bedroom, give it a value. You know, you
Okay,
don't have
what's
to go inside the-
next, Val?
It's the affidavit from 8:30. It's going to be case number 994.
Okay.
Or she will. Oh, no, wait, do you, or you have a paper? Or- We found it.
Oh,
Okay, okay.
994.
Yes.
Oh,
Hey, Robert, do you know what page that's on?
Yeah, it's on the top of page 2.
Awesome.
Val, is that it for the 10 o'clock?
I'll have to find out. She stepped out. Robert.
Okay. We'll just go ahead and do this one.
Yeah.
Are you good with that, Ray?
Yeah, I'm just along for the ride. Let's keep moving.
All right.
Okay, opening a hearing on case 2020-994, account number 28621. This hearing is being recorded. We are the appraisal review board that will be hearing the protest today. Present are myself, Robert Dayton, Cindy Duck, Kathy Hoffman, and Ramona LeBlanc. We do not work for the appraisal district. We are appointed to perform an independent review of the protest. The protester has a right to appeal our decision. Appeal information will be provided to the protester with our determination. In accordance with Tax Code Section 41.45H, all written material is assumed to have been provided with the affidavit. ARB members who are considering the protest have not communicated with anyone about the protest and are signing affidavits to that effect. And I will start. I, Robert Dayton, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F. I'm signing to that effect, and I'm physically located in Texas.
I, Cindy Duck, do solemnly swear I've not communicated with another individual in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F, and I am signing to that effect, and I am physically located in Texas.
I, Kathy Hoffman, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F. I'm signing to that effect, and I'm physically located in Texas.
My name's Val Smith. I'm a notary public. I am witnessing Mr. Dayton, Ms. Hoffman, Ms. LeBlanc, and Ms. Duck's signatures via Zoom, and I'm physically located in Texas.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
I, Ramona LeBlanc, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F, and I'm signing to that effect, and I'm physically located in Texas.
So sorry.
All testimony from all witnesses must be given under oath.
I, Ray Presley, do solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony shall present to the Appraisal Review Board for the Aransas County Appraisal District is true and correct.
The district representative will now read the affidavit into the record.
Yeah, before I read this one in, let's pull the picto up and let everybody see where it's at. It's okay. I think they're fine because they're seeing the screen. So, right? Y'all can
Yes.
see that fine, right? Yeah,
Yes.
we're good. So this particular property is located off of the bypass, essentially. And let's see where we're at here. What is 2165?
It's like the.
Oh, it's Pearl.
That's Pearl.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Gotcha. So this is pretty close to that land. It abuts the land that Spawn Hospital owns, you know, that triangle there. So
Here's the.
I'm confused. I'm confused. Is 35 is to the left? What's the cross street above?
that's
above?
Pearl. That's Pearl. The country club is way over in the
Right here.
corner.
Oh, okay. Okay. I got it.
I just wanted y'all to see that before I started reading all this.
Yeah, I know where it is.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, you bet. So this is the property owner's affidavit of evidence. Section 1 is the name and address. Section 2 is the property description, which is Moore Farm Tracts, Lot 24. Section 3, reasons for protest. Q1, incorrect appraised market value. Section 4 is blank. Section 5 says this property has no access and has not for the last 10 years or so. See map for evidence. Tried to sell for the last 6 years. Realtor MJ Olson could not sell. See copy of realtor email. She tried twice and twice dropped me. She indicated I would have to enter on someone else's land to access property. See realtor's comments. And then section 3 is the hearing type. I do not intend to appear either in person or by telephone with the words, do not feel comfortable attending with virus. This section 7, it was in McLennan County. And the notary is Kelly Denise Morgan, August 18 of 20. The next thing down here is going to be an email from the owner to someone. It's a forwarded message to I guess 2 different addresses from, it looks like from MJ Olson, Rockport, Texas homes for you. So the email says, just touching base, we have had several interested parties, but where we continue to get stuck is the lack of being able to get onto the property as there is no direct access. One of the suggestions was to contact one of the owners surrounding the property to get a right of way to travel on their property in order to reach CH Moore.
Do you know any owners? I had hoped that there was an easy way around this, but looks like legally, in order to access property that is landlocked, you need to get written permission, a right of way in parentheses. I will work on my end to see if I can get the names and addresses of the owners. However, you as owner would need to make contact to see if it can be done. MJ Olson, licensed realtor. So then the next thing there is a photo where it shows the parcel being landlocked with no access. No, let's see, yeah. And then there is
Wow.
some document here. Excuse me. And let me see what else is on this page. There's the waiver of hearing. Sales ratio report. She just put some other stuff in here. And that is it for the evidence, it looks like. Let me go back and see if there's anything else. Okay. So there's not anything else. I'm going to go into the Aransas CAD evidence here. And we have, let me make sure I'm on the right property before, yeah. So we have a 2019 value of 50,000. We have a picture of it. We have a property card showing that in 20, it's at 50,000. And then we are going to show some sales. So there's a sale for, I'm just looking at this address, 214 Highway 35 South, 1131 Highway 35 South. Yeah, those comps are kind of crummy. Comp number 3 and comp number 4, 65 and 75.
Right, those properties all have highway access, correct?
Well, we're gonna have to look. The thing that I don't know what to do with in here, just being upfront with you guys, is that these comps that we put in are small. You see the subject property there is 435,000 square feet. The first comp is 11,000. The second comp is 15,000. The third comp, we're getting better, is at 40,000. And then the last comp, which is the best comp, it's at 113, which is essentially a fourth of the size. So our best comp here is a fourth of the size. So let me just go down to wait a minute.
But before
Ray?
you do that, can we look at these on Picto to see where they're located in relation to this lot?
Let's do it. Let's start with the larger one.
Wait, and did we do a judgment on this property like a year or two ago?
I don't know. We'll have to look. We'll look at these
Okay.
properties and we'll look at that too.
2013.
2013 was the last protest.
Okay. cool,
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. We're gonna look at comp number 4,
You don't know where that's at.
which is 63421. Let's see where this one's at. This sold in December of 19 for 75,000. And
It has highway access, it looks like.
I think that's Holiday Beach. Okay, let's go to comp number 3, 23492. That is Holiday Beach. Okay, let's go to comp number 2, 18167.
Where's that?
That is over by,
St. Charles.
that's by that nursery. We're not too far from,
Oh,
you know what I
that's
mean?
not too far.
If
Yeah, that's right down the road from here. 50329. This is the last one. I don't know what I'm trying to prove here anymore, guys. So those are our sales comps. I think the only thing under protest is Q1, incorrect appraised market value.
How
On the
many,
card, you're already giving her 50% functionality.
That's for the no access. You
Right,
know what I
for the
mean? That's-
property.
Right, that's let's do
Can I
something
ask you
real.
a question?
Go ahead.
That dirt thing that's going through the middle of the property, is that the CW Moore Road or what? Yeah, CH Moore Road?
The two things that I think we should do, and keep in mind that this is an affidavit, so just give me leeway. And I'm not gonna be talking to defend the district here, I'm just gonna investigate.
it's a power line right away.
That's a power line right away running through the middle of this property.
So we don't even know
That's
where
that culvert,
CH
isn't it?
Moore is.
So let's look at the account real quick, 28621. A couple things I just want to look at. Jackie, click deeds and sales. Been there for a long time. Okay, go to the land. Open the land. Go to function. Go to market. Where is that at? Where is that? There's not an adjustment. Okay, so hold on a second. Now close that.
Utilities?
Go to roll history. And okay, 50,000, 50,000, keep going. 50, 50, 60, keep going. 60, 60, 132, keep going. 24. Okay, all right, go back.
So it went up in 2007, 8, and then it's
Yeah, and then
coming
drop back
down.
down. Right.
But there's no adjustment for that easement or culvert or whatever that is.
And there's
in
not
there?
even it doesn't appear, go back, let me look at the land thing one more time. There's some stuff I need to look at here. Open that up. Okay, let me just look at this. So there's nothing being monkeyed with on this page. That's just driving at, and the square footage is right, 43.5. Let me, hold on a second. Let me do something real quick. Well, I don't need to, right? It's obviously, well, let me just do it.
What does that say? Gave functional 50, I can't read it, but
For access.
Okay, so that's 10 acres. Go to market value at the top. So go to details and
That's
go to
also-
range. Okay, so this account is not right. So let's look at this real quick. Go close that out. Go to adjustment. Oh, we can't right now. Son of a gun.
I can go to one though.
Hold on, let me just do it right here. So we can't even look at them.
I can go to this year and do it. It's the same value.
Go to this year. Go to this year. I want to see I need to see the adjustments. I can't remember because I don't know that a no access, there might be a better no access.
What is?
68621. Because there's like no access and then there's
Power line.
28621. Yeah, well then there's no access and then there's a different kind of no access.
Oh, okay.
That would
Sorry.
just be like this property is hopeless kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
So that
I
no
see what you're
access
saying.
is right there. And that'll be a much
Okay.
harsher, go ahead, say, okay, close.
See what it- And it'll give us a number now.
Yeah, it's gonna show that the value, it's gonna put the value all the way down to 12.5, which is kind of ridiculous. I don't know
I'm
that I
okay
think
with that.
you're okay with ridiculous, okay. But let me say something about this then. It would be my opinion that this version of no access, now I am speaking for the district. It would be our opinion that this version of no access encompasses the right-of-way issue. It's
Right.
like as bad as you can get, type of no access.
Right.
Plus it's got the power lines on it too.
That's what I mean by the power lines. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
saying that it would be our opinion that we not go less than 25%.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. That you guys do what you
Saying
want.
25% of the 50,000?
That's correct. Yeah, because you can't access it and there's a right of way running through the middle of it. All of that makes you think that you're getting to a property that's almost unsellable unless one of the neighbors bought it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Who else, even a dove hunter wouldn't buy it at this point because they can't get to it.
But when
Right.
you recalculated, it came out to 12,500.
Yeah, that's what, I don't have a problem with that.
Okay,
I
I'm
don't
ready to
either.
make a motion.
Yeah, it'd be 25% of 50.
Motion.
Yeah, so anyways,
Can I
Go
say
Thank you,
that?
Ed.
I'm ready to make a motion.
Go for it, Cindy.
Go ahead.
On account number 28621, based upon what we heard from the district and from what was presented via the property owner's affidavit, I make a motion that on account 28621, we lower the 2020 value to, it was 12,500.
Right.
Correct.
Yes, to 12,500.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Aye.
Hearing is closed.
Can,
Thank you.
and I'm sorry, can I just, like, Ray, are y'all able, and I'm just asking a question, okay? I'm not directing.
Yeah, he's not in right now.
Oh. Okay, so is Jackie there?
Here.
So Jackie, can you put a note in there saying, that this, appraisal review board, and that this also, this one access addresses the two issues?
What do you mean?
Because I don't want someone to look at it and go, well, but they didn't even consider the power lines. And it's like, yeah, that's why we went ahead and just did it that way.
I can take a note in there, yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, Val, what's next?
We have one more affidavit and then we'll be through for the morning. This is on the 10:30 docket and it is case number 1274.
Okay.
On the 10 o'clock docket, 1274. Where is that?
It's on page 5, the last one.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
And to let you know, this afternoon, it looks like we have a very small 1:30 docket. The 3 o'clock docket is by affidavit. So we can start those as soon as we finish the 1:30, and I'm anticipating we'll finish early because of that.
Yay!
Good, thank you.
Good job, Val.
You're anticipating.
No, Ramona.
Yes. No
No, no.
promises.
No, Ramona, don't
I
jinx it.
can't help myself.
Ooh, Lordy. Okay, 1, 2.
Yeah, it's easier for me to see. I can't see.
Okay, we ready to start? Is Ray there?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Nexus.
Is he over there? Yeah.
Okay, 1, 2, 7, 4.
That's a good question. That's a good question.
5, 8, 7, 9.
Okay. I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, opening hearing on, let me get the right number. Case 2020-1274, account number 58799. This hearing is being recorded. We are the appraisal review board that will be hearing the protest today. On Zoom are myself, Robert Dayton, Cindy Duck, Ramona LeBlanc, and Kathy Hoffman. We do not work for the appraisal district. We are appointed to perform an independent review of the protest. Protester has the right to appeal our decision. Appeal information will be provided to the protester with our determination. In accordance with Tax Code Section 41.45H, all written material is assumed to have been provided with the affidavit. The ARB members who are considering the protest have not communicated with anyone about the protest and are signing affidavits to that effect. And I will start. I, Robert Dayton, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F. I'm signing to that effect, and I'm physically located in the state of Texas.
Cindy?
Oh,
Cindy?
I, Cindy Duck, do solemnly swear I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F, and I am signing to that effect, and I am physically located in the state of Texas.
I, Kathy Hoffman, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F. I'm signing to that effect, and I'm physically located in Texas.
I, Ramona LeBlanc, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F, and I'm signing to that effect, and I'm physically located in Texas.
My name's Val Smith. I'm a notary public. I am witnessing Mr. Dayton, Ms. Hoffman, Ms. Duck, and Ms. LeBlanc signatures via Zoom, and I am physically located in Texas.
All testimony from all witnesses must be given under oath.
I, Ray Presley, do solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony I shall present to the appraisal review board for the Aransas County Appraisal District is true and correct.
Okay, the district representative will now read the affidavit into the record.
This property is on Stanley Street, which is in Bellevue. The easiest way to think about this is the neighborhood behind More Than Feed.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So if you just go behind More Than Feed, you're gonna run into Bellevue, and
Okay.
which is Stanley, Trailer, Stewart, Row. That's the area back there.
So where's More Than Feed? I don't see that.
We'll get to it. Keep on going down there.
Oh, okay.
We're getting close. This is way at the back, so keep on going. You're almost there. More Than Feed is right. No. Other way. Right there. That's More Than Feed right there.
Oh, okay.
All right. So this is the affidavit of evidence. There is a typed letter in here to the appraisal review board. It says, "Dear Appraisal Review Board, thank you for taking the time to review the enclosed documents as evidence of support for the protest of an incorrect appraised market value for property located at 836 Stanley Street. My husband and I purchased the mobile home in June of 19 and have only repainted the exterior and had utilities connected. The interior has water damage, which includes the ceiling, the kitchen island, and most of the lower cabinets. The printed paper covering the fiberboard is curling up and the fiberboard swelled when it got wet. Some of the subfloor and living room will need to be repaired, replaced due to water damage. The carpet in the master bedroom is staying beyond cleaning, and the linoleum flooring throughout the rest of the home is ripped or curling and needs to be replaced due to poor condition. The former owner smoked inside the home, and the smell is awful. So the entire interior needs a deep cleaning and repainting. Most of the plumbing underneath the home was missing and has to be replaced. There are also many of the interior electrical outlets that need replacing. I believe the adjusted value for the mobile home is not $21,220, but should be $16,000 instead. due to the amount of interior and exterior work to be done. Documents enclosed 9 pages total. There's an affidavit, notice of hearing, bill of sale, pictures showing interior damage and overall condition. So the next page here is the actual affidavit of evidence that has everything that we've kind of talked about, but in section 3, it has Q1 and Q2. And let me read the statements of facts here. The mobile home needs quite a few major repairs on the interior and exterior. See enclosed pictures. Purchase price was $15,000. Because of these needed repairs, more detailed explanation of specific repairs are included in letter addressing the ARB, which we've already read. So this was notarized in Hayes County in August of 20 by Mary Bray. Let me make sure, okay, the next page here shows a picture.
Hey, Ray,
Yeah,
and I'm sorry, I just want to make it clear now so we don't, that's the affidavit, but they must have done an online protest because all that we have on our paper is Q1.
oh, okay.
Follow what I'm saying?
It was online, and that is probably true market value.
Okay, so everybody, it's just a market value deal.
Okay.
Okay.
Then when you can kind of, let's see, the first thing is a picture of a room. I'm not sure, does it have a note in here? It's a room in the mobile home. You can see flooring there. I can't tell what that flooring is, if that's good, bad, if that's, I think that's a linoleum, kind of a marble looking linoleum, I believe. Yeah, no, I zoomed in. Okay, I didn't realize. It's checkerboard or square linoleum. The next thing is a $15,000 mobile home bill of sale from a place in Port Lavaca. And let me look at this real quick. To hold the same unto buyer mobile home is sold together with equal interest in all fixtures, accessories, and equipment, and all other necessary. I want to find out if this included the mobile home being moved. Seller warrants the buyer that the seller is the legal and true owner. Seller has the right to sell the mobile home. Seller will defend mobile home against any blah, 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 blah. The mobile home is sold as is with no express or implied warranties or representations having been made by seller or buyer and then witnessed in June of 19. Doesn't look like it talks about if this included moving the mobile home, which is, that's fine. That's when I was just curious. So then there's a picture of the mobile home. And then there's a picture of the kitchen where an oven would be. Another picture of the kitchen showing where the oven would be, plus an island with a missing maybe cabinet. When they
It's
have
missing something.
missing something. Yes, there was something there. Maybe at one time extended all the way over.
Maybe.
So there's some ugly carpet. You know, it looks like it's ugly from the, it just looks like it's worn down. You can kind of tell where maybe something's sad. You guys can make your own.
Doesn't look like there's any doors on the closets either.
Yeah, the doors are, yeah, apparently not on the closet. Then there's a notice of protest. So that's the end of that. Let me go back up here, and she had said, I believe the adjusted value for the mobile home is not 21, but should be 16.
Where's the 21 coming from? I don't see any 20.
Let me go to our account. Let me go to our card and see if that's what's going on here. Is this on? Okay, so.
21 is the mobile, there's a trailer pad attached for $6,000.
Okay, so 21,000 is the is our value on this mobile home. So the district doesn't have any problem with the $16,000 opinion, which is 16,000 plus 6020 for the utility package, so that's 22,000 minus 27,240 would mean that we would take off $5,220 from the 70. So 7,500, 65,280.
That's
That's
kind of
what
what
hap-
I was
That's-
thinking was
yeah.
about 5,000 off for the repairs. that
Right,
we-
that's what happens if we just follow their desired value. That's what we arrive at, is 65,280, or in a simple world, 65,000.
Okay, I do have one question, Ray. Just
Yes.
want to make sure that the land is equitable to their neighbors. I know that's not under protest, but
Yeah, this land value is riding at the right value. It's actually it looks a little bit expensive, but it is, when you look at the legal descriptions, it's 2 lots plus the closing of an alley. So it's 24,000 square feet. It's almost half an acre.
okay.
So, or it is, what is that? It is it's more than half an acre. So, yeah, it looks good.
All right, have you read everything?
Well, I did everything but
Okay, but you read all of theirs?
yeah, that's it.
So do you need to do something before I make a motion, I guess is what I'm asking.
No, I don't have anything to say.
Okay.
I'm fine with the 65,000.
I
Me
am too.
too.
Okay. So on account number 58799, based upon what we heard from the appraisal district and the property owner's affidavit, I make a motion that also considers the possibility of an incorrect appraised market value. I make a motion on account 58799 that we lower the 2020 value to $65,280.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. That hearing is closed.
Okay, and I wanted to let y'all know that Mr. Powers called and he will not be here this afternoon.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
and then we're free to get, it's over for the morning? That's
For the
it, right?
morning, yeah.
Okay.
We'll see you back here at 1:30.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.